Hello guys and girls, good evening and welcome back to the channel. I'd like to start off by wishing all of you a very happy new year 2025. May this year 2025 bring you lots of prosperity and help you achieve some of the goals that you have set, and wishing you all the best for the whole year. So today the plan is to talk about the Chigee AIO-5. So some of you may or may have not known, but Chigee on the 23rd of December 2024, Chigee released a firmware update. So this was the version 1.5.6 for the AIO-5 Play. And this is specifically, I'm going to talk about today is for the BMW model, but the any AIO-5 Play would have had a software update. Now if you're not sure how the software update works for the Chigee devices, it's done over the air. So all you need to do is you need to turn on your Chigee device and go into the settings menu and search for software updates, and then log into your Wi-Fi network, and then it should just go through the motions and update your device accordingly. Now this update is actually a very exciting update because there have been a few major issues that have been addressed. So I'll just read through what the release note says. So it talked about added support for OBD functionality. I'm not too sure what that is, but what I'm more interested about and what I'm looking forward to speak to you about in this video is the added Bluetooth headset microphone functionality for Android Auto. Now as you guys would recall, the Chigee AIO-5 works based on Android Auto or Apple CarPlay connection. Now on the as you know, with your phone you can sort of summon the Google Assistant by using certain word prompts like hey Google or okay Google, and then it should summon the Google Assistant. Unfortunately, with the previous firmware version of the Chigee AIO-5, we were not able to use the voice Google Assistant on the device, simply because the Chigee was not actually picking up the voice commands from your headset unit. So now what Chigee has done, they've actually rectified that matter, which makes a whole lot of difference for me especially, and everyone else that rides and uses this device, because now we can use full voice prompt, voice command functions on the device to things like make calls, select a particular music, navigate. You don't have to use the wonder wheel as much or the touchscreen as much, because now you've got voice functionality. Now besides that, they've also added an automatic daytime mode, switching for so this is the automatic daytime mode switching for Android Auto and Apple CarPlay. So this is basically when it's going at night and so on, it switches the modes. And it's also had some other fixes and improvement, which is display effect optimization, fix issue with using the remote control to hang up calls on Android Auto. Now I don't use remote control, so it doesn't really affect me. For those of you all who use the remote control, that issue has been fixed. Altitude unit correction has been fixed, and also optimized the tire pressure alarm logic. So these were the major updates that Chigee had actually done on the AIO-5 Play. So now what I'm going to walk you through is how we connect your Bluetooth headset unit to the Chigee, because now the connection method is all different, and it's got a new connection method which I want to run through with you in order to make that voice command function workable on your device. So if you're interested to know more about that, let's delve deeper. Stay tuned. Okay, so as you can see here, I've got my AIO-5 Play for BMW powered on, and just want to walk you through what are the changes that we have here. So if you look, first and foremost, if you go on the about, you can see that the firmware version is now updated to 1.5.6. Second notable change is that if you go under features, you've now got this headset icon there, and this is where you use to pair your headset unit into the Chigee, so that way you can use the voice command functions on your Android Auto or Apple CarPlay. Besides that, if you go under More and if you scroll down, they've also got this added functionality of to enable the GPS speed. Now previously with the Chigee AIO-5, it actually read off data from the motorcycle CAN bus system, whereby it displayed the speed that it displayed on the device was identical to the speed that was actually on the motorcycle. Now we have got an option to actually display GPS speed, which is probably what some people may like, because as you know, the speed that has been calibrated on the motorcycle is generally about 2 to 3 kilometers an hour lesser than what the GPS speed is. So if you're worried about, if you want to be more accurate about traffic cameras and speed cameras and so on, the GPS speed is probably the more accurate one, which also allows you to go slightly faster. So if you, for example, what I've worked out is there's about a 3 to 4 kilometers an hour difference. So if I'm going at 104 kilometers an hour on here, that would be identical to 100 kilometer an hour speed on using the GPS speed. So that's just something for you to know. Okay, so I've got my phone powered on and it's into the Cardo app, and now what I need to do is I just need to turn on my Cardo device, and that's a bit fiddly using two hands at the moment, but you can see it's powered on now. And alright, so you can see that it's connected successfully. So now my phone is paired to my Cardo device, right? Now I'm using this demo using the Cardo Packtop Bold system. Now I've got an older version. This should be identical for any form of Cardo Packtop version, because they're all capable of multiple Bluetooth connections. Now you need to make sure, in order to get this thing to work for you, you must have a Bluetooth comms unit that is capable of at least connecting two devices. All right, so now what I've done here is I've connected my phone to my Cardo device. Okay, and as you can see, my phone is also now automatically connected to the Chigee AIO-5, and the Android Auto is now connected, right? So I've got Android Auto working there. So you know that the Android Auto to the phone, so all of that remains the same, right? So you've got your Android Auto connected to your Chigee, and that's done via Wi-Fi, and you know, it's a separate connection altogether, so you don't have to worry much about that. All you need to focus on here is to make sure that your phone is connected to your Bluetooth device on your helmet. And now what you need to do is you need to connect the Chigee headset function. So under the headset function, you go here, and now you need to pair your headset to your intercom unit using the second port available. So for the Cardo, it has got an option to pair phone 1, phone 2, and also a GPS unit. Right, so what we're going to do now is we're going to use the phone 2 function, because phone 1 is already lined up to my phone. Now I'm going to say that phone 2 is this unit. Now in order to do that, all I do is I press and hold this until it starts flicking. It says that, then you click it twice and it says mobile phone 2 pairing. Now what you do is you go here and you hit pair. Now it will start searching, and it search for Gerby's Cardo, and you go pair. And then you heard here it said paired successfully. So now it's paired successfully. You can see that connection status, it's paired to Gerby's Cardo, and this is also paired. Now if you want to just make sure this thing works, right? So it's all paired now. Now if I go into my Android Auto here, and now if I go into music, for example, and if I play music, you can see music is coming from my headset. All right, so we know that it's all working, it's all good, right? So now I can also make calls, so that call function will also remain the same, because I can call my wife and you can hear ringing. All right, so it's all good. So all of that is working, so everything is working. Now the important part here is to see whether that Google voice command function works or not. So let's test that out. Okay, so I've got my helmet connected and my Bluetooth comms is, and the microphone and everything is set up in my helmet now. So as you know, we've already run through the steps of connecting the device, the two-way connection. So the first one is wired to the phone and the second one is via the headset functionality on the Chigee AIO-5. Now the reason I'm using my helmet now is just to demonstrate to you how this the voice command function works. Now as you know, on the actual Chigee device there is actually a microphone function on there. It will actually pick up voice commands when you're on a standstill previously, but it wouldn't pick up a voice command when you are riding because of the wind sound and so on. But now this should have been fixed. Now I have actually tried this already on the road prior to making this video, so I know for a fact that it works. But I just want to run through the whole process of how we actually go through getting this done. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to swap the camera over and just demonstrate to you how this thing works. Alright, so swap the camera over and now we are on the I'm focusing on the AIO-5. I'm going to close the lid of my helmet to make sure that the sound is just contained in my actual helmet and it's not picking up sound from the microphone on the device. And I've also put a tape on the microphone on the device so that it doesn't pick up sound as well, just to be sure. Okay, now previously this wouldn't work, but now if I just use the Google to summon the Google, if I say, "Hey Google, what is the time? Hey Google, what's the time? What's the time?" There you go, it works. I can also use this function where I hit the microphone here. Tell me a joke.
Why can't a bicycle stand on its own? It's too tired.
Just a good one. Alright, now if I use another function, "Hey Google, navigate to Queen Victoria Market."
Alright, Queen Victoria Market.
There you go, it's actually navigating now to Queen Victoria Market. How cool is that, guys? So this was what I was trying to actually show you guys to see how it works. So I'm really stoked that this function actually works. So now let's get through the summary of this video and call it a day. Yeah, let's do this. So there you go. How cool was that? It works now. So I'm glad that this function works and Chigee has actually fixed it, because it makes a whole lot of difference. There's been a lot of questions on the forums on people getting confused how to connect it and so on. So I think it's actually a very simple connection method. All you need to do is make sure that your comms device has got at least capability of connecting two devices at a given time. So if you can do that, then it should be no issues whatsoever. Now with the Cardo, these are in my opinion, one of the best comms devices in the market. They can definitely connect multiple devices and it works like a charm, and I've tested it. I'm really happy, super stoked with how it works, and I'm really happy that I can use the Google function. Now, something to remember, when you connect it to phone 2, like what I just did, you can use the voice command. You can just summon Google by saying, "Hey Google," and it picks it up. Now, if you connect for any reason, if you paired your comms unit to the Chigee device via the via the GPS pairing method, because on the Cardo, as I said to you, you can either use a phone 1, phone 2 or GPS. Now if you pair it via GPS, it'll still work, but you will have to summon Google after clicking the microphone. The only way you can summon Google is by by actually clicking this microphone button using the wonder wheel or your finger. You can't summon Google using the Hey Google function. That's something for you to remember. So it'll work either or. So just something for you to remember. It'll work either ways, but I think if you pair it via phone too, that's the best method to go through. Now, before we wrap up, there was also a lot of questions that people tend to ask is whether when you're using your Chigee unit, can you still use the BMW Connected Ride app, and whether your rides will be logged to the BMW Connected Ride app unit. And the answer to that is yes, you can still use your Connected Ride app and it'll still log your rides. All you need to do is make sure that your phone is also paired to your motorcycle. Now let me show you how that's done. Yep, so in order to pair your phone to your motorcycle, you just go onto the settings menu like so, and then you go into connections like so, and then you hit mobile device and you just pair your mobile device. At the moment it's paired to my mobile device, and that's all. And basically before you ride, just make sure you turn on your Connected Ride app on your phone. Just switch it on and make sure it's synchronized, and once it's synchronized you can just get on the bike and start riding, and it will log your ride. So you can see, like mine, the most recent ride was on the 5th of January here, where we rode to Mount Donabuang, and it actually logs the whole ride in there. So no issues whatsoever. So that's also another update that I have now recently come to find out. So yes, you can still connect your phone to your motorcycle, as well as to the Chigee, as well as to your headset unit, and they all work seamlessly well. And you can log your rides using the BMW Connected Ride app. You can use your voice command functions as well as you've got Android Auto capabilities. Now I understand that this is also the same setup for Apple CarPlay as well, but I don't have an iPhone, so I don't use an iPhone. I can only test via Android Auto. So hopefully this video was helpful and I helped you answer some of your questions or doubts that you have had on this whole connection kerfuffle, and I hope that it's all clear now. So thank you all again for tuning in. Please do give me a big like, do share, do subscribe. If you've got any questions at all, the link, please drop a comment in the comment section. That also helps. And as I've mentioned to you previously, I am affiliated with Chigee, so I've got some discount links down below. And if you use my affiliate link to get a Chigee device or any products from the Chigee, you get a 10% off discount as well. So it's a win-win situation for the both of us, but it really definitely helps the channel. So I would really appreciate it if you could consider using the links below for any future purposes. And if you've got any questions, please do not hesitate to drop a comment, and I'll be happy to help you answer your questions. So that's all, guys. Gerby signing out. See you guys on the next one. Bye bye.